Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here, back on the Diablo 4 PTR. And yes, I do have a new microphone, so kind of working on the sound here. But I think that I found a new affix that is going to be incredibly strong for Season 4 leveling. Because I was doing an event called Dawn vs. Stream, where I have to go from level 1 all the way to World Tier 4 in about 6 hours. And chat was able to make me like throw gear on the ground, play with the game upside down, and a whole bunch of other things. But I noticed as I kept cycling through tons of gear, because I kept hitting the ground for some reason, that sometimes my character would feel incredibly tanky and would recover HP at an enormous rate as if I had my potion on all of the time. The other times I'd feel really weak. And what I realized is that this new stat called life per hit is absolutely bonkers, especially if you're playing any build that has any sort of damage over time component or things that are just running around hitting enemies for you like tornadoes or something. Now this is a new affix that is only available on gloves and rings. And here at Sacred Tier, it goes up to about 12 on gloves and 11 on rings. So you can get about 30-ish without doing any sort of masterworking or anything like that in Sacred Gear. And because of this affix and the ability to just like throw Juggernaut on and get some armor, I was able just to face tank my way through the capstone dungeon into World Tier 4 at like level 50-ish. And yeah, so now we're in World Tier 4 here, and this is just absolutely a ridiculous like recovery system. So I have about 2000 HP. I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about, because you have to kind of get hit to show this off. So I'm going to take a little bit of damage here, and it appears that like every single dot just heals you as it ticks. And so I can like stand in a lot of things that I should not be able to stand in. Like all of this stuff here is significantly higher level than me, like level 23, and I'm just able to just stand in this for the most part. And if I get in real trouble, I can like flame shield or frost shield, but for the most part, not a big problem. You also notice that stuff is just dying. None of my gear is like super tempered or masterworked or anything like that. It's just the power of life per hit, and Incinerate actually seems quite good right now. And so when we take damage, like we're taking non-stop damage here from the fire pillar here, that pretty much just stands still. If I get in trouble, I can activate my defenses, but for the most part, we're just gaining health back at such a rapid rate that it's pretty hard for me to really take damage. The thing that will kill me though is if I get one shot by like a bee or something. Ooh, my HP is getting really low there because there's no enemies nearby, because all of these tornado barbs are doing their thing. And hopefully that build gets a little toned down too. But I think that right now life per hit is just absolutely ridiculous. Hopefully this gave you a good taste of what that looks like, and this is definitely something I would recommend looking out for. Also, I do think that Incinerate, its aspect flamethrowers, is incredibly strong right now, because these 3 beams do overlap and shotgun enemies. And so this basically gives you a gigantic damage multiplier, especially if you're putting it on a 2-hander, like 140% for each of those beams. So that is like 420% at the lowest roll for this on a 2-hander. I think it's going to be a really cool, fun way to level. And then on my amulet here, I have Conflagration, which makes it so that while I'm channeling Incinerate, I do more burning damage, and enemies that are damaged by Incinerate kind of pop and do even more burning damage. And this is definitely very noticeable. And I just threw on a Fireball enchantment here and Flame Wall enchantment and just burned the world down. And it was pretty fun to level. And I think that this might potentially be a way to level for me. I think I'm probably gonna be grouping up with like 4 players and just blasting in Hell Tides for the most part. So I could see like having Fireball and like fire stuff super duper leveled up might be very helpful. Hopefully this video helped you out. If you like more content like this, consider subscribing and come by the stream. See you next time. Also, let me know how the mic was.